Greetings everyone, I am Lotus Prince, and for this Let's Play we are going to tackle Blade Runner Enhanced Edition for PS4. This is a Patreon request and therefore viewer's choice. This was selected by Stranga Games for me to play. Blade Runner is a very interesting game from the 2000s. This is called Enhanced Edition. It's a remaster of the game with a bunch of up-res visuals and things like that. Subtitle support now. And it takes place in the Blade Runner universe. You'll see some intersection with the classic Blade Runner movie several times in this game. References to it, direct visuals, that kind of thing. Blade Runner, if you don't know, is a movie by Ridley Scott in the 1980s where a hunter of escaped robots, the robots are called replicants, and the hunter is called a Blade Runner, is going out and trying to catch these criminals and possibly discover their ironic humanity as he does so. This game does go into similar themes. We are a rookie at the agency, Ray McCoy. We are also sent to stop a different group of replicants who are causing havoc, and we need to see whether we're good at our job or not. We can just plain mess up. We can choose not to do our job properly if we feel some humanity for the replicants. We can just kill them all, be good at our job and well respected by our colleagues, etc. This game has a lot of replay value for that reason. Only thing I want to point out real quick, considering this is a neo-noir story, you gotta remember that certain characters are not fantastic in this universe. It's based on noir movies from the 40s. Everybody's a drinker and a smoker, and there's just unpleasant characters around. I'll tell you right now, the very first scene in the game is of somebody attempting, and failing, to solicit a minor, someone who's a teenager, so just bear in mind this is not going to be the most fantastic cast of characters because it's not supposed to be. But the game doesn't ever get explicit or anything like that. Just be aware that the themes are there. Now, despite that, this game is actually fantastic, and if you've seen the movie, then it's all the more impressive. There's just a whole other layer of appreciation for it. The movie is great, the game is great, and I think we're going to have a great time. Let's go crazy. Well, look at this, Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. Night dive. There we are. Kex engine. Here we go. Boom. Press X to continue. Okay. Basic. New game, load game, well, options. Game options, please. Everything looks good. Graphics options, I mean, fine. Brightness, I mean, we'll see. Audio should be fine. Controller options. Sensitivity and smoothing, that's it. That's it. Okay, we're in. New game. So we have easy, medium, and hard. Okay. Now, player personality. This is an interesting one because this actually affects how you handle your conversations. Polite, normal. I don't know what normal means. Surly, erratic. User choice. Because otherwise we are put into an automatic set of conversation elements, and certain choices are not available to us because I'm always going to be polite. I'm always going to be surly. So user choice, I choose. New game. Oh wow, really? This is just the movie. Early in the 21st century, the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, a being virtually identical to a human, known as a replicant. The Nexus 6 replicants were superior in strength and agility and at least equal in intelligence to the genetic engineers who created them. Replicants were used off-world as slave labor in the hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by a Nexus 6 combat team in an off-world colony, replicants were declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units, had orders to shoot to kill upon detection any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution. It was called retirement. This is just directly the opening crawl from the movie. Los Angeles, November 2019. This is just the movie! Incredible. I mean, it looks like computer graphics rather than film footage, but this is the opening of the movie, right down to the cars coming by. This is the opening scene of the movie. I can't believe this.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
VR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
VR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Guzzo was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsitter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Oh, I'm playing. That's pretty kick-ass. So, to press start, I can adjust the player personality whenever I want. I can simply save. Can I really just not check controls, or is it just like X? Triangle brings a... Oh. Okay. X is walk. Well, yeah, I select a location and I press X to move there. Run, double tap, raise weapon, circle, or L2. Careful about that because I think people do react to that. Open KIA. That's what I was looking for, actually, is the touchpad. Toggle graphics, though. Oh, wow. I can go back to the 2000s graphics? That's insane. But I was going to make a point, though, that even artificial animals are very expensive. So real animals, killing those is ridiculous. Like, that just doesn't happen. Oh. I got a trophy just for using KIA. What else was I going to mention? Bryant. He's out sick. Bryant is the character in the movie. He was the chief who was telling Deckard, Harrison Ford, we got a mission for you. I guess they didn't get that actor or his likeness, so we have a different officer in charge. And both this game and the movie mention Holden. And both of them mention that guy is not looking so good. In the game, you heard he said he's sucking his food through a straw. In the movie, Deckard says,
"Give it to Holden. He's good."
I did. He can breathe okay, as long as nobody unplugs him.
So, how do I... Okay. L2 and R2 is scrolling. So crimes, this is my list of crimes I can look through. Suspects. Clue types. I mean, I can't see anything because I haven't started playing yet. Okay, it's just those first three options, but yeah, KIA. Stands for Knowledge Integration Assistant, not killed in action, and let's hope we don't change that. I don't know how desperate I need to be to save immediately, but I guess I'll just go ahead and do it. That's it? Oh my god, this is such a PC game. This is like Resident Evil on PC, the old games. You can't name a file or anything, it's just here's where you are, here's the date and time. Fantastic. Okay, is there anything going on here? See, the arrow is gray when I can walk somewhere. Bloop. Double tap. There. Now let's go back for a second, because you could see... I think I am going to adjust the mouse sensitivity, though. I guess that'll do. But you see green and animated, I can interact with that. So we have... This looks like something.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
That's it? Okay, that might be it. Who are you?
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runciter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
One more time.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
By the way, I should mention, earlier in our briefing scene, all the other runners are Brizzy. We are a rookie.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Fair enough.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep.
I do appreciate, by the way, that this game just casually drops vocabulary that they don't explain to us, because in universe you should just know.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Alright. Well, let's actually... Yeah, see, change location is the blue mouse pointer. Gray is go somewhere, just click anywhere you want. Green is investigate, and blue is change locations, presumably.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
Quoting William Blake.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was 2 men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Okay. Motives or Lucy? Or just don't talk. Lucy? Because, I mean, she was that girl at the beginning who looked like she was, maybe saved by those 2 guys.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there.
She used to eat over there, thanks. This guy does seem like a creep. He is a victim, but like, not too sorry for him. Sorry for the animals, though. Yeah, further regarding Lucy.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment. Here you are.
Okay, can I look at that? Oh, look at this! So, regarding the animal murder, this is what we're opening with. Officer's statement. Okay. I could scroll back and forth between male 3CFM9J and Lucy. I don't know what I can do with that. So, officer statement, the door was forced, limping footprints. I've got all this information that you can discover just by clicking on things. Okay, suspect 3CFM9J, door forced, whereabouts, I'm out. This is interesting. Associated crime scenes. Can I click whereabouts? Okay, unclick them. Oh, I say. Graceful footprints. Maybe not a replicant, but if I click replicant. Non-replicant, there's no toggles. Replicant, there's just graceful footprints if I unclick it. Otherwise, door forced. Officer statement. Interesting. Okay, left and right just toggles all or none. That's what that is. Lucy, reference letter, Runsiter interview A. Interesting. Implying we'll be coming back. Audio recording. Object. This is interesting. Okay. So male QL25EO, male 3CFM9J, and then Lucy. Okay. Oh, hello.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
In case you couldn't tell, Chinyen is the local currency. I don't remember if that was mentioned in the movie.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
Okay.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
My precious one. She was my baby.
Yeah, that sucks. Tigers are rare enough to see in the real world. In Blade Runner, I can't even imagine.
All my animals.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why they showed up to kill the animals. And they didn't even kill this guy. I gotta know what the motivation was. And I know that's one of the things I could potentially ask him, but, I mean, he's not gonna know. Wow, that was a sweet transition.
A toy dog. Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
Bunch of pixel hunting. Not that it was too hard for this kind of stuff, but the casings in the front, you really gotta look around.
Well, isn't that cute?
Monkeys.
A candy bar. Yuck.
I'm ruined.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft, the small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Could very well be. Oh yeah, you canvassed the crowd?
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runsiter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
Okay. This, I think, is the police car. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This is that old Vectrex-looking computer we saw in the older cutscene. So, police station, my own apartment, Runsiter's Animals, that's where we are now. Chinatown. We do have a lead on Chinatown, but police station. I got a bunch of evidence. That's where we saw Steel going, I believe. Oh, I select from here?
Laboratory.
Floor 3, please. This is really cool. Can I talk to you from here?
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runsiter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Interesting information.
Anything else?
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
You know, that does make me think, though, because the big reveal is that they were killing real animals, but I found it strange when Runciter said to the replicant, "Oh, I have animals of the highest quality." What the hell does that mean? That made me think he was selling manufactured ones. I guess he was. Partly.
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Yes, spinners are what they call the police cars that we drive.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Alright, so a couple things to bring up. We've used the term schizoid twice. We got a casual women driver joke here. Remember, this game was made in the 2000s, calling back to the 80s, and it's a noir story, so your protagonists are never fantastic people to begin with. Harrison Ford's character, Deckard, certainly not a fantastic character. Compelling, but not fantastic. Let's get the hell out of here. How do I leave? There. This time I opt to go to
mainframe and shooting range. Ground floor.
It's cool they just tell me these things.
Mainframe and shooting range.
So 3 is the laboratory, 4 is the roof, 2 is mainframe and shooting range, 1 is ground floor. And B is, basement.
Lockup.
Okay. Well, I won't have anyone there yet, so floor 2.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked Vice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
That's terrifying.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Hit the lock, Jack.
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Maze Runner, that's adorable.
And shoot all threats. Do not shoot innocents. Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
This is a little disorienting. Whoop. My God. How long does this go on for? Oh, I was just carrying a baby.
Sequence. Proceed to next station.
This is intense. Look at that pan, that's great. God damn, dude. This is not easy. This is better with a light gun, I think. I forgot I could just run around. This is hard.
Completed sequence. Proceed to next station.
This is some range. There is no damn way, dude. Wow. I am super not good at this. I'm just shooting everybody. I'm gonna have a real bad time of it in the real world. There is no time. This would be so much different with a mouse.
Sequence. Proceed to next station.
How do I... Okay. So I've looped. This is insane.
Completed all sequences. Proceed to exit.
Oh, I did not do very well. How do I proceed to exit? Haven't I looped around? It's not this, is it? Or is that just loop? Okay. Well, that was unpleasant. It's fine. Let's go to the Esper room. What is all this? Esper late than never.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Oh, Kaya?
Run sitter crime scene.
Oh, this is what this is? Ain't no way. How do I zoom in? Do I just click? Oh my god, this is exactly like the movie. I can't believe it. Pull back. Stop. Right. Enhance. Stop. Oh, that's insane. Super zoom.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna print that a Polaroid. That's crazy. Hyper zoom. That's unbelievable. Alright, this is something that I had a lot of difficulty noticing, but... that's some zoom.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay. And...
it's some kind of insect. Give me a hard copy of that.
there we go. We're getting clues now. Now let's back off. We have another photo to take a look at.
Run sitter crime scene.
And this is where the replicants come in. I think the obvious thing to do here. Enhance. Stop.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Let's back off, but wait. We mentioned the bloody footprints. Let's not forget.
Muddy boots. Guess he's from out of town. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay, doing better and better.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Also, if I can get away with it. Hell yeah.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
Now we're talking. Ooh boy. Now remember, here's the KIA. We got Lucy's actual face now. Can I? There we go. Mystery mail. But then we have this guy. Still don't know his name. But look at all the info. Lucy, suspect, I don't know. This guy? Well, yeah. I mean, spoilers, we saw him in the opening cutscene. This person? I don't know. Didn't even see him in the opening cutscene. Bunch of clues. Tell you what.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Look at all that. I think the logic here, by the way, is that I could have potentially missed clues as I play through the game, because some of this stuff is easy to miss. So hopefully the computer has whatever I didn't, so the game is still possible to complete. How do I... there. Leave. We're out.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk. Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
I think Lucky Strikes are also Solid Snake's favorite brand. And now this is the ground floor. Look at that. Oh, there's also been a factory bombing.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
This is amazing. Oh, there you go. This was bothering me. How do I go up and down on the menu? It's with the right stick. Not the most obvious thing. Oh, to be fair, also the left stick. I've been using the D-pad the whole time.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no. Recording off.
Damn. Interview B. Let's see if he's suddenly a lot friendlier.
Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
Freaking hardcore. Steele does not mess around. She was all chummy with us, but oh my god. Where even am I? Okay, that's me. So where are places to go? That's such a cool transition.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Well, I mean, I did.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Alright. Last thing before I wrap up.
Lock up.
We actually do have someone down here.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
So this is the guy whom Steele was interviewing.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
Interesting. Protest, cars, Voigt-Kampff. I'll start small. Protest.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seem to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, Detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh?
Okay, let's further this. Again, I'll start small. Cars.
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
Okay, and now... let's do the thing that Blade Runner is particularly known for. Voigt-Kampff.
I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Out of my comfy zone. Wow. Look at this. Okay. Low intensity question. Medium intensity question. High intensity question. Oh, I say. I don't know what adjusting this calibration does. Human reaction gauge. Replicant reaction gauge, that I know. How do I actually ask the question?
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I try to help him, of course. Buy him dinner or take him to a shelter.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
Now pay attention to the little needle here and here. You saw it twitch a little bit to the right when I asked him that question. Let's get more intense.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
Horrible. Frightening.
Why?
They're hunted creatures. Anyone can gun them down without consequence. I'd say that's frightening, wouldn't you?
One more.
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot.
You're enjoying this.
It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
This conversation is over, Detective. I don't have to sit here and take abuse.
Test terminated.
Yeah, I may have gone too far with that one. But the idea is if I go too low, then nobody has any kind of reaction and I can't detect anything. If I go too high, I risk pissing them off and cutting off the test. But ultimately, and has already been confirmed by Steele, yes, this guy is human, and you saw the replicant thing twitch very slightly a couple times, but it twitched way more as human, so we've gotten to that point. Don't worry, we have our confirmation, it's fine. We're getting a lot of Blade Runner references here. Surprise, surprise, this game is literally called Blade Runner. But for now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We began our case, which is a strange one of animal murder, which I don't know what the motivation behind that was because no humans were killed or anything. But if the killers are replicants, then I don't know what their motivation is. I guess that's the whole thing, right? Finding out. And in doing so, we've gotten loads of sweet movie references. We've got the Esper, we've got the Voigt-Kampff test, we've got name drops, vehicles, all sorts of stuff. This is quite the level of immersion. Until next time, everyone.